G'day, mate, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included with me, Jedi. In our last episode, we sent a dupe through the teleporter. We also went and added just a few more rad bolts to sort of burn through research a little bit faster. We've also got the dupes cleaning up at the bottom of the map, you know, just sweeping up the last of the stuff. Also, we've finally hooked up our natural gas from our oil reservoirs and getting that pumped up and doing something useful with it. At the same time, we did finish off, I guess, building out this particular guys. We're just waiting to pump out the rest of the water and the rest of the gas so we can overclock it. Today, I'd really like to overclock this one. Also, the other thing I want to do today is, well, I'd really like to get in a few more things done in space. Rearrange the space doors, also try and get the automation towers up and running, and I need to modify the space brick. The space power brick has a few problems which we need to sort. On top of that, we need to take care of, No Gravity, who's over here on a planet all by himself, trying to find as many guys as possible. But before we do any of that, of course, we need to find out what the 4D printer has to offer. And the answer, of course, is the 4D printer has nothing. It never does. All right, let's start with the space brick. The space brick has a few minor problems. And they're not really design problems. They're startup problems, yes. So we have some water down here. And the idea is the water's going to eventually turn to steam. And then when it turns to steam, we'll use the steam to cool down our space power brick. And, we'd be fine there. The problem is, I can't get the water to convert. We have some power transformers sitting in the water, but they're just not creating enough heat to heat up the water fast enough that it actually converts to steam. Until it converts to steam, I can't run the other ones because there's not a lot of gas pressure in here. We sort of, it's sort of outside the base. It's mostly in a vacuum, and also the more gas I have in here, the more crap I have to deal with when we actually turn everything to steam and boot it up properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to break into it. We're going to go deconstruct buildings. I'm going to remove that. I'm also going to remove all those. I'm going to remove those two. And I'm going to remove our aqua tuner. Also going to remove that tile and those two tiles. What I want to do is I want to move the aqua tuner down the bottom because that makes a lot of heat quickly, which once we've converted all the water into steam, then I can boot up the system properly. So that's going to be our plan number one, which means I'm going to have to move that pipe out of my way. Thank you. Disconnect that, and disconnect that. And deconstruct that. So this is going to be the first thing I need to do. The other thing I need to do is I need to find more steel. If we bring up one of the... Oh, actually, it's written on the right-hand side of the screen. I have 16.4 tons of steel, which sounds like a lot, except I want to put in a few bunker doors across the top of the map. And, of course, each bunker door costs 500 steel. So 2 bunker doors a ton. If I've got 16 tons of steel, I can only build 32 doors, which is maybe enough to cover the rest of the map. But realistically, I think I want to rebuild the doors further up, hence why the power lines in there sort of lining things up. So I need to find some more steel. Luckily, Past Jetty, metal. Past Jetty built a ton of things out of steel. Grooming stations and doors and conveyor rails and all sorts of things. So we're going to put the duplicate workforce to good use, and we're going to have them rip out those doors and 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 those ones and those ones and those ones, and the list continues. Now, this is going to have a few knock-on effects, one of which being, the dupes are going to probably get a little bit grumpy because all their morale bonuses for their rooms are going to disappear. In saying that, morale is so high that I honestly doubt it's going to be a problem. 2, it's a temporary fix because, we're going to put all the doors back eventually. Remove those, remove that long line of doors, plus that long line of doors, and that long line of doors, and that one, and those two, and that, and I can do that bedroom, I'm not doing anything with critters in the middle, because I just don't want to deal with critters. I do want to do that one, which we'll have to replace. Also, where's our hospital? You have steel doors too. They can go. I'm not going to do that one because I don't want to deal with critters. Yes. Also, airflow tiles. So, I have already gone through and replaced a lot of the airflow tiles. Those ones I missed. They're still, they are still steel. Yes. We're gonna replace them out with copper. That's copper. That's steel as well. We're gonna replace that with copper. I think I've got the rest of them already. Yeah. Copper, 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 copper. Yeah, I think I've got the rest of them already. Nope. And he immediately finds more. There. Hello? The game broke. Okay. Also, you're made out of steel as well. Alright, can I just remove that transformer, and that transformer? And that transformer, because they don't need to be steel. Alright, okay, we've opened this area up. Can I get, we're already up to 28 tons worth of steel. Okay, that was a small amount of steel. Can I get utilities. I want an aqua tuner. You do need to be made out of steel. We want to have one there and one there. I also want to have one there and one there. We're going to need plumbing. We're going to need a thermosensor here, 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 and here. Because although one aqua tuner is good, 4 aqua tuners is better. We're going to plug you in there, you in there, you in there, and you in there. We're then going to go to deconstruct whilst I can see it. Cool. And then plumbing, inside of tiles, plumbing. Okay. So you are an out. So from the out, we're going to go to the in of this and over there, and then the out. Nope. We're going to jump through and go through that wall, and then the out is going to go on the outside to there. That's going to be our plan. I also need to disconnect that so we can drain that out. Yes, so we're going to put in a aqua tuner to start with. Obviously, like I said, 1 aqua tuner good, 2 aqua tuner better, 3 is awesome, and the 4th one, I already have a plan for it. We just need to actually get it built. Can I put in a bridge there, bridge there, bridge there, and bridge there? And we've done the automation, right? Yes, we've done the automation. Okay. Power overlay. Can I remove that and that? Because we are going to put in you in there. Power. I need to rearrange these powers as well. So you're going to go there. We're going to deconstruct that. You're going to run that way instead. And you, sir, are going to have to bridge up to there and out to there with a power cable there to there. Yeah, because if I'm pulling out the other one, we might as well replace it. Okay, so now I can deconstruct all those pipes because they're all useless. We can change that over. I can disconnect that, and I need to put a bridge out to in. Yeah, that should be everything, except for probably actually plugging these guys in and removing those erroneous power cables. Yeah, speaking of power cables, in the end solution, you're going to go into there to power out to come up to run, well, the space scanners. You are going to end up powering the outside solar power, the outside bunker doors, and you'll do the inside bunker doors. Yes. And after that's all been deconstructed, that should work perfectly, I think. Okay. Well, we can leave the dupes, the outside dupes to get that done. We will actually say priority 7 for all of that. So it takes precedent because inside dupes are going to have a different task to do. And that is replace every door we just ripped out of copper. So I went from 18 tons up to like 28 tons or something. I don't know. And we have 107 tons of copper so far. And, well, I imagine after I'm done, I'm going to have a lot less. Here, and there, and there, and in there, and in there, and in there, and in there, and that one, and that one. Okay, this bedroom, the massage room, the carbon skimmers, the hospital. Rotate that one, and then in theory, no, I can do, no, failed again. I can do, okay, fine. That's the third time I've tried. We're just going to pause the game. That way I get all the frames and then, well, most of the frames. And then we can do the mess halls. Yep. We still skipped the tile. Okay. And that one. All right. I think that's every door I ripped out. I think. No. Okay. Maybe that's every door I ripped out. Maybe. Possibly. Alright, they've all been replaced with copper ore. You've been replaced with copper ore. Your mesh tiles are made out of steel. Can I swap you over to copper as well? That one we're going to leave as steel. I needed to grab a transformer, which we're going to make out of copper, because copper falls from the sky. I need to replace those three with copper as well. And, well, no, we'll just put you back where you were. They're made out of copper. Conveyor rails. Copper, steel. Okay, can I replace that with copper? Can I replace that with copper? Can I go back to material overlay? And that's all copper. That's copper. I think I've changed over most of the rails already. Conveyor rail, copper ore. Yeah, the whole kitchen got rebuilt with copper ore. I think we're good. We do have still some steel left over, but like I said, I'm not touching anything with critters. But I do want to do you, copper. Once you're done, I can swap and replace. I've already done these ones, swap them over to copper. I've done a lot of swapping things out already, just to try and recover as much as possible. What is overheated? Oh, the solar panels. Yes. Okay. So we just need the dupes to rebuild this. It's going to take them a minute or two. Meanwhile, no gravity. What are you doing? You're idle. Perfect. Okay, so you found an aluminium volcano, and we've found the supply teleporter. Now, I need to activate that, but it requires a field researcher. So we need to find a field researcher. In the meantime, oxygen. It's not great. It's not terrible. We're going to have you... We're going to put in the infrastructure now. Are we? No, we're not going to put in the infrastructure yet. We're going to have you start digging to the right. Because anyway I'm digging level, it's quicker for him to dig. Like, we haven't found... Like, we've found some bees. Okay, beta hive is nice. Also, found a satin critter trap, which is a very nice. We can feed critters in there and turn them into meat very, very efficiently. Also, hydrogen. Yeah. But then you need critters that you can have born that don't make meat as is. Like shine bugs? Shine bugs would be good to feed to a critter trap. Also bees. Bees cost you nothing. They just spawn. So we're going to have no gravity start digging to the right. We're going to have him probably make the roof a little bit bigger. Just for a little bit better airflow. And we're going to see what's to the right, because I'm yet to see another geyser. We have this one. We need to get down to here. This is the one to send things from this planet to the other planet. I need the one from the other planet back to here so I can ship over some plastic so we can go about taming this. The problem is I need to have a researcher over here to do that. I also might need to do that without the power of Atmos suits. We'll see. That could be interesting. All right, so no gravity. You have things to do. back to here. Oh, there's no power. Yeah. Might want to get those done, please, Dupes. And doors-wise... Actually, the easiest way to see it is with that overlay. Okay, so the left-hand side's done. The right-hand side is almost done. Yes. And then I need to go through the joyous effort of resetting all the permissions on all the doors. So the doors that are meant to stay open, and the doors that are meant to stay closed, stay closed. Yep. Alright. I'll tell you what. Let's give the Dupes a minute to get in here, get this done. They've done the deconstruction, so we can add a sweep in here. They can pick up what's in here. I doubt they're going to leave any rubbish in this room. We just need them to get this built, which means they need to have the transformer up and running. And... oh, I have 3 suits missing. I suddenly realized where the suits were. 1 suit, 2 suit, 3 suit. Yeah, Boss Jones. Been nicking off with the suits, have you? He has. And you have 50,000 calories. Boss Jones is fine for a while. Alright, I'll see you after I go set 300 door permissions. Alright, our power socket's in and done, and more importantly, the cooling loop is up and running. So we have set this to bring the liquid down to 20 degrees. In fact, these are all set to 20 degrees, just in case. And, well, that's going to start heating up my water. Now, I need to get the water up to 100 degrees so we actually get some steam in here. But it's probably going to take a minute or two. Yeah, it's fine. All right. Meanwhile, Space Dupes have also got our space scanners up and running. So we have this one here, which has a scan quality of 30%. We have this one, which has a scan quality of 35%, which is slightly better. But more importantly, we have this one all the way up here, which has a scan quality of 100. And over here, I have another one with a scan quality of 100. This guy had a shit scan quality of 63. Was better than nothing. And we're slowly getting the network quality a little bit better. Slowly. But now I want to have the Space Dupes work on a new project, which is the bunker doors. I want to move... well, actually, I want to deconstruct all of that, including the power. You stand here, you can reach all that? Yeah. Which means one goes there, then one goes there, then one goes there, and then, yeah, I want some bunker doors. This is why we went and did a hunt for steel, because I want to move all the bunker doors higher up. At the moment, we have bunker doors doing exactly as they're designed to do. They're absorbing all the meteorite hits. The catch is that when they absorb them, they eventually open up, because they're meant to, and they're dropping the hot regolith onto the window tiles. And the glass is fine, because it's only like a little pile of regolith or whatever. The bunker door's taking the impact, but the window tiles are heating up to, well, 100 degrees, which then means my solar panels are heating up to, well, 70 plus degrees, which then means they're overheating, which then means they're breaking. Which I would prefer it if they didn't do. So, first thing is bunker doors. Second thing is 1, 2, 3 tiles away. Because that way a Dupe can't decide that they can jump up and run along the top of the bunker doors. Because when they do that, they tend to die. We're going to put in some ladders for access, of course. And then finally, we're going to remove you as well. We're going to end up eventually moving... removing the old bunker doors and running the new ones. The other thing I need to do is I need to put in a cooling loop. So we're going to grab off here. And then actually, I think we're just going to use normal pipes. Yeah. And we're going to bring those to, yeah, here. Right here. Yeah, we're just gonna run a giant pipe of coolant through the solar panels. Hopefully, this will cool them down. I'd probably be better if I used some radiant pipes here, there, and everywhere, but for the moment, we just want a working pipe structure in. And I also want to put a liquid reservoir. There. Can I put a... mesh tile, copper there, and yeah, There. Should be fine there. Should be fine there. Yeah, we just want to put in a cooling pipe. I've got to work out how to fill it up and all that sort of stuff later, but for the moment, we just need a giant cooling pipe. And have I added gas back in here? Yes. So I hooked this gas vent back up, which I now need to disconnect, which is repressurize this area. We just need steam, which is going to take a little while, but we should have steam in here soon enough. And once we have that, well, then I can run whatever power grid I want doing whatever I need. All right, back over here. So No Gravity was doing a fairly piss poor job, honestly, of digging to the right. He kept complaining about, there's no oxygen. Something. So we've gone and put him in just a little bit of oxygen creation. Probably also going to open these doors. And we also need to send him a friend. Because... where are we? The teleporter is ready. So I've been looking through the long list of dupes we have, and right here at the bottom, I have a Wesley Coda. Now, Wesley Coda looks like they have good stats to start with. How many of those good stats they get to keep after we ship them out is a good question. But the fact is, they have an interest in critter ranching. Don't get me wrong, their critter ranching is horrible, but they have an interest in it, which could be important if we want to ship back critters in some way, shape, or fashion, or at least herd critters. And more importantly, they have the science perk. So we're going to grab a Mr. Wesley Coda and put you in the fun machine of joyous stuff and scramble your brains. I have 3 suits. Okay, 3 suits with Rude Irish Knight, Vegeta, Sinister Frog, and I'm short 1 suit. Can we make 1 more snazzy suit, please? All right, that should get that done. Now, with those things happening, the dupes are going to be very, very busy. As for the bottom of the map, we're still waiting for this to pump out. We've got 200 odd kilos of water in each tile, and well, that's being pumped. That's a mess. Disconnect that. People building pipes. Okay. It's being pulled off here. It is then being turned, the salt water is being cleaned, and of course gets turned into oxygen. Also gets run over here and run through our crops. Also gets spliced off and taken up the side of the map when and if that'll run. And whatever water is left over of the original 10 kilo pipe is coming up here and being, well, dumped into our steam room. So ideally, that one pump is doing 10 kilos per second, trying to empty out that room. Because I want the room emptied. I want it done. I want it dusted. I don't want to have to worry about it anymore. That's the plan and that's the hope. Does mean that the gas pressure is getting a little bit higher in here, but it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Complete confidence it'll be fine. Also should probably have somebody mop up the naphtha again. Yeah. Actually, we'll leave that. That fluid water will breathe liquefied, steamified. Yeah. All right. So we just need Wesley to have his brains shook around. As soon as he's done, we can send him off to the new planet. And yeah, and that means hopefully the dupes will get some of those bunker doors and different infrastructure done. Wesley, we've got bad news. Bad news. You take your snazzy blue suit and yeah, more destructive teleportation. Lactation, don't breathe in the Wesley fumes too much. Yeah. All right. Welcome, Wesley, who appears, then disappears, then is reprinted. It's a feature. It's a feature of having this many dupes. All right. Idle. We'll get to the idle. All right. Now Wesley's here. I need to tweak the priorities. Scroll to the bottom. You have research and operate. I want you to do research higher priority, operate next priority. And the hope is you'll jump on the manual generator. Okay. Wesley's going to need a couple of basics. First off is going to be a mess table. Actually, let's put it over here. Also, you're going to need a bed, which is probably going to be important. I need to deconstruct those 2 tiles. Yes, because Wesley Cody, you're going to have a sky bed. Yeah, like up here floating in the sky. Never mind, you're already on bathroom break. Okay. And snacky time. I always send them over at like the end of the work shift. All right, back to here. Okay, so we have idle dupes, which is great. Not really. Sweep. Sweep all that, sweep all that, sweep that, sweep that, sweep anything that's dropped in here, anything that's dropped through here, anything through here. I have had a couple of background tasks going on, like we are removing pathfinding for the dupes. What I'm doing is putting in extra ladders so we can come along and go... Well, I need you to get up here and grab this stuff first. Yeah, just so I can just remove rows and rows of ladders to try and cut down on their pathfinding. I'm trying to do everything I possibly can to increase the performance. Yeah, solar panels are overheating. Is that cooling loop in and... no? 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 No. We've put in more buggy doors. So, buggy doors are going in along with automation. Yes, they've been plugged into the automation line into our main grid. And are getting there ever so slowly. You might also notice that we're out of steel again. Yeah. Steel is an ongoing problem, but I think we need to wait until... Oh no, you guys are working. Excellent. Okay. Can I put in a tile here? Because now it's worky time. Really like you to get ladders done too, please. Oh my god. We sent Wesley over because he was a researcher, not because of his construction skills. Speaking of skills, can we give Wesley Coda research? I don't know what your morale's going to end up as. Like, no gravities is not bad. Look, no, I'm not going to give them supply carry yet. But I will give you hard digging, because chances are you're going to have to do some digging on this planet, Wesley. Oh, did I did give you a hat, yeah? But you can't put your hat on, because we lack a teleporter. We'll get to a teleporter. First off, no gravity, you're not helping the situation at all, just so you know. It's a little bit frustrating. You're just laying down whilst poor Wesley doesn't have a bed to lay in. My point stands. My point 100% stands. So yeah, we need to remove a couple of tiles, put in a floating bed. I think that'll very, very much help. And then, well, we're going to go back to digging to the right. There is another volcano here. So we need to... That tile. Dig above and put in a ladder here. Yeah, we can go around that. No, I think we're just going to end up going below it. Yeah. I have put in the power cable ready for more oxygen, but no gravity's been more preoccupied with, well, digging rather than actually putting in the power cable. Yeah. Oh, yay, you woke up. Okay, with that in and that in, we should be fine. We've got 16,000 calories. We'll probably be okay. But actually, that's another good reason to send over Wesley. We can give them the ability to use a grill. Because there are bog buckets. Bog buckets, yes, which we can definitely cook up. Can I get a food grill? Grill can go there, and we want to have a ladder here, so you can access that bog bucket. We're also going to dig in there, so we can access those bog buckets. We can access those ones already. That food we're going to save for later. And oh, I didn't actually assign this to be your bed. Yeah, otherwise you complain. All right, we need to leave these dupes here. I need to get the other dupes to get things done. Actually, how is our... No, we're down to 45 kilos. Okay. You've at least finished, so we can turn you off. So we need to wait for this to suck out another 45 kilos from each tile. Providing it doesn't erupt in 20 seconds and add more liquid. Oh, and I can at the same time go back to, yeah, cutting down on pathfinding by removing that. This is one of the reasons I put the ladders 7 tiles apart, because if they're 7 tiles apart, I can put in a ladder in the middle, and then they're 3 tiles apart, which means the dupe can stand on this ladder and reach that ladder. And then we can systematically remove all the ladders bit by bit to, well, cut down on the pathfinding. And if there's less pathfinding, then hopefully the game runs a little bit faster. We're still trying to improve the pathfinding, one small section at a time. Yeah, our biggest problem is the dupes wander over here one at a time to deconstruct one ladder and wander off because they have too many dupes and not enough jobs. At least that's how I'm looking at it. Oh god, that ain't good height. But I'm sick of trying to wait for this to vacuum out entirely. We're down to points of a kilogram, and you erupted 90 seconds, which means I want to try and geotune the crap out of this before it erupts. So we have, all the way over here, put in an override switch. Where's my override switch? I've put in an override switch on the automation, so we can manually turn all these on. I want to set you to that geyser, I hope. Correct, that is that geyser. And copy settings to all your friends. Yes. Okay, so 5 of them for that geotuner. I can't set a 6th one. Like 5 is the max. 5 is the max. So we need to hope that 5 dupes get their asses up here, turn this on, do the data analysis in the next 98 seconds before that thing fires up. No, guys, are selected. Oh, because we need a dupe to actually flick the switch. Yeah. Meanwhile, our other tuner's going fine. It's doing a great job. The dupes are still, well, out in space doing space-related things, like building bunker doors slowly. Yep, and accesses, and yeah. It's slow. Space is slow. We also found a tiny bit of steel. Okay. First one is in. Experimentation needed, which means I need another dupe to pop along. And Loopy's been assigned to that one. The auto sweepers are doing their job. Okay, so Frogger's doing that one. Loopy's assigned to that one. Carrig, hopefully, maybe. And nobody's bothered flicking the switch. Rope is being assigned to this one to go flick this switch. And Frogger's doing that one. Rope. Rope, sir. Rope. Material study terminal usage. That's space. So no, rope should be able to run these. Status. Skill required operation. Needs field research. Yeah, so rope can run these already. Errands. Carrag's at that one. Loopy's been assigned to that one. Eleander's been assigned to that one. Hopefully. Rope's been assigned back to this one. He's already wandered off and now he has to come back. Okay. So you have data. You are compiling data. You're compiling data. You're compiling data. You have data. Okay. How long do we have on this eruption? 18 seconds. Okay. And we're up to 135 degrees. We're also up to 16.8 kilograms per second, which means when this explodes with steam, it's going to explode with a lot of steam. 3. So we're up to 155 and 19 kilograms worth of steam. Come on, dupes. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. 175. 21 kilograms worth of steam. 5 out of 5. Okay, so this is going to come out at 195 degrees. It's also 24 kilos worth, which means this is going to probably become a mess. Yeah, I'd say so. Okay, they're running. We'll come back to the plumbing in a second. Everything in here is very hot. That's good. We're looking for hot. And all the water is converted. Okay. With all the water converted, I am pretty confident that this is just going to keep running without a problem. All right. Now we can look at our plumbing. Okay. So plumbing-wise, we're going to take the water up. And over there, and into here. After it goes into here, it's going to feed into our 2 water tanks. Now, I need to fix this because at the moment I have 2 pipes. I have 2 dedicated pipes. One is from the old geotuner, which you do an average output of 2 kilograms per second, but a current output of 6.5 kilograms per second. And with 6.5, it melted. There's lead right there. It melted. Dupes, I got some bad news. I need you to pop over here if you would, really quickly. And build a door in, because you guys need to get in there and fix that. Automation, steel, lead. That's definitely lead on the ground, which I'm assuming melted. But it probably won't happen again. Look, just replace it. No, I don't want to come back in here a 3rd time. Use some of our precious steel, replace the whole lot. Okay. 8. Yeah, okay. So, you were in theory going to put out a constant output of 2 kilograms per second, but a max peak output of about 6 kilograms per second. The steam turbines, they do 2 kilos each. Okay. You were putting out 24 kilos, and I only put 3 turbines on top because that's sort of all I could fit. But I have a feeling because you're outputting a liquid, so because this is a liquid geyser, it does a check to see if there's any liquid to stop it outputting. As there's no liquid in the way, it's just gas, it doesn't check gas pressure. So I'm pretty sure we can just increase the gas pressure up here into, well, the ridiculous scale. One thing I do have to do is obviously turn you on if above 20C. Run the aquatuner to cool down the turbines because, yeah, I'm learning about they're getting hot already, 50 odd degrees. But I need to do a few things. The first thing I need to do is I need to put in a bridge here, which we're going to run into here, which will because it's a bridge, it's going to pull liquid off this pipe to start with, and it's going to run it into here. Then it's going to become a priority input, taking over from the old vent, to run to this one and this one, because I want to make sure... nope. Yes. That one, material overlay gas. That is all natural gas. Yeah, so we've already drained the natural gas out of this room. Okay, so it's going to make sure that these are always fed with water so we can keep pumping out the natural, the crude oil. I want as much crude oil as possible. This one has a small flooding issue, which actually, now you're done, we can plug that into there and you can start running again. Yes, also means I can seal up this room, which the dupes can corner build in, and this room is now done. Alright, so we're going to pull the liquid this way first, which means this one only has to take care of this, and then in theory any excess water can travel north, because these use about a gram of clean water per second, and, well, between everything we should have more than enough for that. Then, I want the liquid to travel up, and go into our water storage. But I have 2 dedicated lines currently going to 2 different lines of storage. I want to change that up. So what we're going to do, we've done it with the oxygen pipes multiple times now, is... No, let's do it there and there so it's centered, and there and there. Let's not do it centered. It's less construction if we do it this way. What I want to do is I want to... Nope, I do want to do it centered. What I want to do is I want to feed one pipe into one of them and then the other pipe into the other one. Let's do it the other way around. At least then it can start working. Cancel that and run that to there. So what we're going to do is... You're still flowing backward. Oh, because the bridges don't actually exist. Whatever, it's fine. We're going to have... one of them is going to feed in, and it's going to be like the priority. So the outside one becomes the priority in for the top line. Also, technically the priority in for the bottom line, but only after the top line is full. Meanwhile, the other one is the secondary for both of them. But as the top one needs to be completely full before it'll start running into the bottom one, it means that the second line's going to be, you know, basically handling the one on the right's going to handle the one on the bottom, the one on the left's going to handle the one on the top, but they could do the other way around if the pipes happen to be full. And that's my plan. I sort of want both of them, either of them, to be able to do both pipes. Hopefully that fixes some problems. Also means that... Where are we? We got polluted water pumping up again, and I disabled this, which I want to hook back up. There and there, so that can continue running. That's going to take some very icy cold brine and dump it into this area, which is going to keep our oxygen running, also our water running. And speaking of oxygen, we've taken our oxygen pipes off our old self-powered oxygen maker, and we're literally just dumping oxygen out here. I just want to try and oxygenate this area a little bit better. Just a little bit at least, whilst we keep deconstructing parts of the map for better pathfinding. Yeah, that's not going to be reached. Yeah, too late. That one stays. We'll maybe give a Dupe a jetpack at some stage, and they can come clean up all the little things that we didn't sweep up the first time around. Actually, it's not maybe a bad idea. Having one Dupe with access to a jetpack's not too bad for performance. But this is now done. It's even so much done as we can remove that, and we can remove the door. All right, as for this problem, I need to shut the door. I need to deconstruct buildings, those two. And then we need to send a Dupe in here. And like I said, because this one is a steam vent, it's actually checking the gas pressure. It's only going to go up to a max of 5 kilos in here, which means it keeps getting stifled. Whereas the other one has a pressure currently of 25 kilos. And it's not going to stifle. It'll just keep going forever, which is awesome and scary. Yes. All right. Next project is on the other planet. Whoa. Oh, well, you made it here. Okay. So you're a hydrogen vent. Good to know. Not going to touch that with a barge pole. We have put in a food storage, which I thought that was probably pretty important. And you've been activated. Hello. We're going to dig to that one then. Oh, Dupes, you're going to get very wet. Did I tell you were going to get very wet? You're going to get very wet. Okay, can I dig 4 tiles so we can put some of this igneous rock there? No, that's all igneous rock. Okay, can I build ladders out of... Oh, we just don't have igneous. Okay. Well, we're about to. So can we dig into here, please? Yes. Collect up some igneous rock along the way. And then hopefully, yep, we can get that ladder built. We're going to dig all the way through there. That's a bissolite. Really, that's what I want you to do. You guys will work it out. Food over here, 12,000 calories. We're okay on food still. We've got the electric grill, and we've told it to make swampy delights, which requires bog jelly, which we just don't have any of yet. So there, in theory, where the hell did they go? Standing in the water. Well, I guess. Okay. Alright, have we finished our double knot at the top? Too high. Yeah. Yes, we have. And that's backward. That probably explains why it's not flowing. and for your 6 kilos worth of water you're making, a lot of it's going this way currently. All of it's going this way? No, there's some coming out. Okay. We might have to come back and retrofit this to add in more turbines, because, yeah, well, we're down to 17 kilos. I guess we are chewing through it. What's your average output? Your average output is 5.3. So I guess 3 turbines will dig through it eventually. Where was that pipe? Cool. Can I get a bridge and actually put it around the right way this time? That would be helpful. But I need to call this episode here. We've got a lot done. We've got a lot more to do. And as always, I need to say to you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. And I'll see you in the very next episode. All right. Bye.